Perfect. So as you can see here, we're going to be talking about applying for studies abroad with an education counselor. Meanwhile, it's important to know that if you have some questions, you can use the chat section, because we will have also people from Universalio, EdMerica, and EDMUNDO, these 3 projects that I'm going to talk about. We will have 3 counselors online here on the chat section, and they will be answering to you live on questions. I'm going to try to divide my time in the following way. So we have 40 minutes for the presentation. 30 minutes, I'm going to use them to give you the information that I want to deliver, and then I'm going to keep 10 minutes for the Q&A, if that's okay with you. Perfect, so I'm going to start the presentation. We're all here today thanks to this beautiful project, RIUF and IUF. These are international university fairs from Romania and Greece, and if we have some attendees from Italy, I'm so happy to have you here, saying hello to everybody. And again, I hope you're all safe and sound. So EDUCATIVA, as you can see here at the top, is the main organization. And these are just some of the projects that are running within EDUCATIVA. So I'm going to be talking about the counseling services, about these 3, EDMUNDO, EdMerica, and Universalio. So at the beginning, I'm going to be talking about some benefits that you will have by accessing studies abroad. And then by the end of the presentation, you will gain some information and insights about what do we do within these 3 projects. So it's going to be very clear for you whom you have to contact in case you need an education counselor, because they are slightly different, and you need to understand the difference in order for us to help you the best. Perfect. So, well, a very first benefit would be the unique experience that you will have by accessing the studies abroad. And by saying that, I am referring to the fact that you will, well, first of all, you will leave your home and you will be an international student in an international campus, and therefore you will be interacting with people from different cultures from all over the world while being in the same place. And both your academic and your personal life will benefit from this experience. What I can say is that the campuses all over the world, especially, for example, I can give you an insight in the Netherlands, in the UK, in the USA, Canada. These are the most popular destinations. The campuses are quite big, and you will actually get to live with a lot of students from all over the world. And that will definitely make you feel like you're part of a community. Moreover, the quality of the education, I think it's a very important thing that I should highlight here. Let's start with the fact that the universities all over the world, they are aware of the fact that you're leaving your home because you want to access something better that you might find in your home country. And this is something that I always tell to my students. If you want to go abroad, do it also because you're looking for the next level, because otherwise you can just stay in your home country and access what's available there. So the universities, the international universities, are aware of this fact, and therefore they invest all of their resources into the technical part, into the laboratories. You will find, for example, for those who want to study medicine, you will find laboratories very well equipped that possibly you will not find in your home country. Apart from that, the universities again are aware of the fact that they are preparing you. You're doing this bachelor degree or master's degree because you want to obtain something at the end. And therefore, they are investing in your preparation for the employment, for being employed. And what I can tell you is that the statistics show that for example, the universities from the UK or the Netherlands or the US, they have an employment rate of over 94% after graduation. And I think that says a lot about the quality of the of studying abroad. Well, the next point would be personal development. Probably most of you live with your parents at the moment, with your families, and it would be a very big step for you to get out from your comfort zone and manage your life in a foreign country in such a way that you will basically invest in yourself, from cooking, from washing your clothes. But you will also have a lot of fun with the other students, also in the considering the academic side, but also while going out and benefiting from the entertainment side. What I can tell you is that I would include this idea in the personal development part because it's very important. You need to know that the universities abroad, they have this strategy, I would call it, of making the student feel like he or she is at home throughout their offices, because they have these offices. For example, if you need, I don't know, you don't have any more money and you're trying to find a job, they do have an office, a counseling office, where you can go and share your problem, and they will do their best in helping you to find a job, maybe on campus, maybe off campus, so you can get some extra pocket money. Or maybe you just miss your family. I don't know, you will have the possibility of accessing this kind of counseling, and maybe they will probably suggest you to, I don't know, to join a particular community, for example, for women's rights or for people who sing the guitar, play the guitar. So that would be a very good thing for you, because you will get to know more students that you're already be doing in your campus and in your student accommodation and during your classes. The fourth point here, as you can see, is it's profitable investment. It is a profitable investment mostly because what you give is what you're gonna get back, but much more. Of course, it's gonna be a financial investment, but apart from that, it's gonna be also an investment in terms of time and energy and knowledge. So you will give your time to yourself and your energy as well. And then at the end, you will realize, probably and hopefully, that you have the resources, the skills, the knowledge gained after your academic degree in order for you to face the, I don't know, the market for jobs, for example. Moreover, in here at the profitable investment, I would also mention the fact that most universities can give you the opportunity of doing a paid internship during the, let me see here in chat if everything is okay. Hello, yeah, perfect. So you can all still hear me. Amazing. So I was saying that most universities could give you the opportunity of doing an internship during your degree, or there are these degrees called sandwich programs or placement programs. So basically you pay for your degree, but the university will help you get a placement, a paid placement, where you can put into practice the knowledge that you gained. And I think that's an important thing. And of course, summing up everything that I said so far, it's leading to employability, because some of us, or most of us, are looking forward to have a career, to have a job, to put in practice the knowledge that they gained. So as I was saying before, most of the universities abroad, they have over 94% the employability rate after graduation. Just a quick tip: if you go on the website of any universities abroad, I would suggest you like a very simple one. If you go to Imperial College London or to Newcastle University, you will see that they have a specific question, a specific section, sorry, where you can see the career opportunities and all of the statistics about the employability. So I think that's going to be super useful for you to know exactly what to expect to do with your degree before applying to university. All right, I'm going to do this so you can see my full screen. Perfect. So before going into more detailed information about these three counseling services that we have, which are EDMUNDO, Universalio, and America, I want to tell you exactly how can an education counselor help you. So what to expect again from us. First of all, it's going to be a personalized one-to-one counseling, and that could be either face-to-face if you're located in one of our offices in Bucharest in Romania, in Timișoara in Iași. So this is for Romanian students if they're seeking for face-to-face counseling. And also we have the office in Athens in Greece. And in the autumn, we're planning in opening one in Italy as well, but we will come back to you with more detailed information for the Italian ones. But what it's important to remember is that the counseling can be done on Skype as well, with the important mention that most of the counseling will be done through email, because we will have, throughout the whole application process, we'll have to work together on several documents which will require feedback. So most of the counseling is on email, but for anything that requires an emergency or requires more detailed information, we can use the phone, we can use Skype, or it's going to be face-to-face. For example, me, myself, I have plenty of, like most of my students, of my applicants, they're not from Bucharest, even though I am based in Bucharest, and that's working perfectly fine. So it's important for you to remember this, so anyone can access this counseling. Okay, the trained, experienced, and specialized professionals. Most of our counselors, they work at this project they've been working at this project for several years. I'm gonna keep looking for the chat as well. Yeah, so what's the difference between, as I was saying at the very end of the presentation, I'm going to come back with information about the difference between Universalio, EDMUNDO, and America, so you can understand exactly. Perfect. So coming back to what I was saying, I was saying that the counselors from America, EDMUNDO, and Universalio, we all have this international experience. So we've all been studying abroad, either bachelor's or master's. We've been doing some exchange programs. So basically we come from the system. And more than that, we do have several years of experience of counseling students. So we can give you insights about from the experiences of our previous students. And I think that will help you a lot. Well, the first step in the counseling is, of course, seeing your profile and deciding where to apply. But the most important step, I think, in this phase would be to assess the eligibility criteria to make sure that you can apply to the programs that we've chosen together. For example, if you want to study international relations in the Netherlands, because I received this question earlier before on the chat, there was this applicant, she's studying philology. So basically she doesn't have mathematics in her curriculum until the very last year of the high school, but she wants to apply to international relations. So some of the university, they do request mathematics in the transcripts. So it's very important for you to know from the beginning if your desires match the offer, basically. And so therefore you don't have any bad surprises at the end when you want to apply, realizing that you're just not eligible. Okay, apart from that, it says here the constant feedback on the application document. well, as I was saying before, we will work together for the application documents, and in 2 minutes I will tell you exactly what are these documents. The constant feedback, well, we do work in written with these feedbacks because it's very important for you to understand exactly and to see in written with comments where is place for improvement and what it could do to develop more your ideas. And then updated and reliable information from chosen universities. Of course, we will keep you up to date with anything that happens with the chosen programs. The universities, they do have a section that they keep updating on their websites, but of course, as we keep more in touch with them, we might know some extra details that might help you for the application. Okay, let's see. Perfect. So to continue with, we will definitely keep you informed about the financing opportunities and the accommodation. But these things about the how can I finance myself, the application for the loans or grants or scholarships, they will come after you receive an offer from the university in most of the cases, and the accommodation as well. So you will apply for accommodation mostly at the end of the 12th grade in high school. So after you know exactly where you want to go to study after you receive the offer. And we will guide you throughout the whole process. Access to an active student community. As I was saying, we do keep in touch with our ex-students, our ex-applicants. If you will access our websites, which I will be giving you at the end of the presentation, you will see that we have testimonials from most of them, and they are so kind to share from their experience. And more than that, we have Facebook groups, we have meetings, we have summer conferences where we bring together everybody, so you can actually get an insight from people who are experiencing what you're going to experience in a few months or in a few years. And then mentoring throughout the whole admission process, again, starting with evaluating your profile to see what kind of activities you've done so far, what else we can recommend you to do for you to have a file application that's going to be complete. Then feedback on the documents, choosing the right programs for you, because that's very important to do. Then after the feedback, the actual submitting the application together, and then keep in touch with the university to see, because in most of the cases, the universities will come back to you and give you different tasks apart from the previous application that you did. And then if you're going to have an interview, we're going to do a mock interview with you as well. That's available for Universalio and Edmerica. I'm going to mention in a second the EDMUNDO part as well. And then, of course, applying for financing and accommodation. And the tips and tricks about the international student life, that's a fun thing to do, because it's going to connect you with with your future colleagues through webinars that are available from the university that you chose to go to. And also we have this very big community of students that can give you insights as well about what's going to happen next. All right. Perfect. So we got to this part where I'm going to be explaining to you a bit about the documents that you need for an application. These are just some examples of documents. It's not going to be all of them for every single program. And moreover, some of the programs maybe will need something more that is not written here. But in general, these are some of the documents there that you might need for your application. So the application form, For example, in the US, where you can apply with EDMUNDO, you will make the application form refers to the common application. So that's the main platform where you will make your application. And that platform has several sections that you have to complete. So that's the application form. And then you will have to submit some documents, either PDF, Word, or I don't know, a picture or something. So the personal statement is what comes next. All right. And then in here, again, we will work with you for to get the final draft of the final version of the personal statement. You will begin with a draft, and of course, we'll send you the guides and everything you need to know in order for you to build this personal statement. And then after you receive a few feedbacks from us, you will see that everything it's gonna be more coherent, and you'll get to the final version. And then some of the programs might ask you as well some recommendation letters. It could be either 1 or 2 or 5. It can happen. Not all of them request for recommendation letters. It's important to mention that the recommendation letters should, in most of the cases, come from your professors. So from your high school professors, teachers, or for those of you who are studying a bachelor's, they should come from your teachers from the university. But also for those of you who want to apply to master's degrees, they might ask you as well for a professional recommendation letter, but those are particular cases. We can discuss this further if you need more information at our booth. The CV, again, is not necessary in every single program, but you might encounter this situation. Again, the education counselor will send you guides and examples so you can have a template and an idea of what to write in your CV. Then the English certificate, it's very important for you to remember that there are some countries where you must have the English certificate when you send the application. And among those countries, I could mention the Netherlands or even Denmark. So you must have this English certificate. There are countries like the UK where you can send the English certificate afterwards, so after you receive an offer, together with the final diploma from your high school or from your bachelor's. And the scores that you need to get for the English certificates, you will find them on every website of the universities at the entry requirements. Some of the universities, some of the programs that you are looking for will ask for admission tests. For example, in the US, you need to sit the SATs. If you want to apply to the medical school, for example, in the UK or Ireland, you need to sit an exam which is called either UCAT, BMAT, or HPAT. So it depends. Or if you want to apply to masters about business, you might have to sit GMAT. So it's very important to know from the beginning if you need to sit an admission test. And then the transcript, this is basically it's a paper from your university or from your high school, an official one with your grades. So it's very important for you to, if you know that you will need this transcript, to keep the grades as high as possible. And then if you are looking for an arts program, you might need a portfolio. And then for the interview, some of the programs will request this interview either face-to-face from you or via Skype. And with an education counselor from Universalio or EDMUNDO, you can do the mock interview, so we can prepare you for this big moment for the interview. And then, of course, after you receive the offer, you will need to send in your final diploma. All right, so now we got to the interesting part that you are all looking forward to. So where can you apply with these 3 counseling services? So I will start with EDMUNDO because this is the most particular one. this one is focused on the United States of America. So if you're looking for personalized counseling and if you want to apply to one of the universities from the United States, then the right counseling service that you should access is America. And at the end, I will give you the information you need to apply to universities. So if you just Google EDMUNDO and you go on the website, you will see that they have a section with partner universities, because they have some universities from these 15 countries that they have partnerships with. So if your program is within those universities, yeah, please do contact EDMUNDO. If you want to apply anywhere else in the world and it's not about the United States and is not about these partner universities, then please contact Universalio. We're mostly, and we got to this page. So Universalio is a counseling service focused on admission to top universities around the world. But again, it's important for you to mention what I just said at the previous slide. So yes, we do apply to universities worldwide, mostly top universities and those who are not in partnership with EDMUNDO. There is a counseling fee at Universalio, and we do apply mostly to bachelor degrees and masters. And then let's go on to EDMUNDO. This is a free counseling service, and it's crucial for you to remember this because they have these partnerships and they allow you to receive free counseling in order to apply to university. So they have 170 partner universities with different programs, bachelor's and master's. They have a wide range of programs, so please do check their website, and it's free counseling. And we got to America as well, which I was saying is a counseling service focused on admission to American universities. There is also counseling fee, and they do apply to bachelor, master's, and PhD. So I'm gonna get to the end in 2 minutes, and then if anyone has questions regarding these three differences, please do let me know. Okay, and the types of funding that that you can access as a prospective student. There are of course loans. What do you mean? What do I mean by loans? It's basically you borrow money from the government of that particular country, money that you will have to return after completing your studies. So the best example in this case would be the UK or the Netherlands. So you borrow this money before starting your studies. So for example, now I'm going to give you a concrete example. So now we are counseling the students who are about to start in the autumn, a bachelor's degree, and this month from the beginning of March till July, we will send in by post the document with the application for this loan. And after you finish your degree, you will have to keep touch with the student loan company, so the company that gives you this loan, and let them know what you're doing, if you're employed or not, and you will need to start to repay the money. And then there are these grants. For example, in Scotland, the grants is basically the tuition fee that is practically zero for you. So the education system is not for free, but it becomes free because the state gives you this grant money that you don't have to pay back. And then, of course, you can access the scholarships and the awards from every university. Most of them, they do have the scholarships for students from the European Union as well, but also for international ones. And it's very important to mention that you can also access this loan from Finns. So if you can access their website and see in there how much money you can borrow. Now they're mostly focusing on those who want to apply to master's degrees, but they're thinking about doing it for undergrads as well. So yeah, just go on their website and you will see details in there if you want to access more loans than available here. And we got to the very end for now. So you will have here the website for EDMUNDO America Universalio. So if you can access this one, it's very easy for you to just Google it. So if you can just Google EDMUNDO and then America Universalio, you will be able to contact us because we have the contact page as well. It could be either by phone. Make sure you use the dialing code if you're from Greece and Italy. And then, of course, you can email us at any time and someone will come back to you.